Today I'm taking a look at the VEVOR BandSaw. So it does come with a blade. Got our instructions with a couple of Allens. And here is the saw. So it is corded. For me, that is actually perfectly fine because that means it is always going to be ready whenever I need to go grab it. We have an on-off switch. We have a variable speed. So it goes from 1 up to 6. We got our rubber handle right here. The rest of this is just plastic, but this does feel like a nice soft plastic. The case right here is all metal. And the handle on the front is plastic, but it is nice and large. So even if you got big old hands, that's not going to be a problem. You got plastic guards on the outside. We got our tensioning lock. And when I move that, you can see that it's going to adjust that puck. So our guard here is adjustable. There's a couple Allens right here to lock that in, and these guards are held in with a Phillips screw. So let me just grab these and slide them off. So you can see our blade is an 1141, and the instructions that says that it is equivalent to about a 44 7/8. So you can use either an 1140 in metric or a 44 7/8. And that's about 13 millimeters deep by 0.65, and that is equivalent to a 1/2 inch by 0.025. Both of these posts have double bearings. We also have a bearing on the bottom for thrust force on both sides, as well as one right up here on the top. You can only really install this one way. I guess you could install it upside down, have the teeth pointing toward the inside, but you just want to have the teeth pointing out. Now you should be wearing gloves for this, but I usually do not. What I usually try to do is just get inside these bearing slots, then I'll fit it around the channel. And you do gotta be a little careful with this because it will try to spring out on you. Now once we got it relatively in there, and you can see it is not perfectly set in there, but as soon as you pull the trigger, it's gonna automatically set that. Then I'm gonna grab the tensioner, and I'm gonna pull that all the way until it locks. There we go. So you can see how I kind of pulled that blade in. So now we are set. One thing that's pretty cool, I actually found out we have a light right here so we can actually see what we're working on. So that is what this switch is for. Very cool. That is something you do not normally get on little handheld bandsaws like this. So the last thing, we have this guard right here on the bottom. So what's going to happen if you were to try to attack a workpiece right here, the blade is going to go down and it's going to force it down. So we're going to hit it and it's going to try to shoot out of our hands. So that's what this guard is for. Ideally, you're going to want to put your workpiece right on the guard and then push it up to the blade. Now, since we can't get that out of the way, if we're going to be working on something where this might get in the way, it is nice having that adjustability, but I prefer having that guard out. This doesn't have to be super tight, just tight enough that it is not going to move. Okay, so here I've got a pretty decent sized pipe, nice thick wall on there, probably about 1/8 inch thick. Beautiful. And I was not pushing, that was just the weight of the tool doing the work. If anything, I was pulling back a little bit. Nice clean cut on there. So overall, that is a very nice bandsaw.